Hi everybody, Linda Carroll here from my studio, Gather of Great Things. And today is the 6th day of Christmas, and I have been going through my stash looking for items for the new collage for today. I want to really thank the people that are watching this series, and thanks so much for joining me, and also the comments I've been getting. I really appreciate that people are taking the time to really look at the collage and see symbols in the collage. That to me is what art is all about. Taking the time to looking at a piece, and if you are the viewer, and figuring out what it means to you. It could be something very literal. If you're type of person that looks for connections among items and objects, and looking for a deeper meaning, you are seeing things in the collage that I indeed may not even know are there. So thanks so much for joining me in this. To me, it's just a lot of fun, number one. And number two, my collages seem to speak to me in their own way. And it's not that they're giving me messages, but I can certainly make connections among all of the different items in a collage, and then create a narrative that's going on along with the images from the book that I'm using, or it may be totally different from those images. So today, on the 6th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me, my true love sent to me 6 geese a-laying, 5 gold rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. So I was thinking about this, and the first word that came to me was eggs. And I did fussy cut out all of the geese, and because I'm again limited on the size of my page that I'm working on, which is like this size, I am going to have to rearrange my 6 geese so that they will indeed fit on the page. And so I looked through my stash, and I found a bunch of eggs that I also am going to use in some way. I'm not sure which way. I'm sure these came from the biodiversity library on I think that's on Flickr, I think. Anyway, I'll put a link below where I found these eggs, or where you can find some eggs if you want to do work around this collage. As you know, I keep my bits that I tear out of books in these plastic envelopes, and I used the border and strips envelope this time. And let's see, did I use another one? No, I think I just using through looking through the boxes that I have of clips. But from this filled folder, I found this strip, and I had actually found this background piece. I think this is out of a Stampington magazine, the freebie papers that they give you in the magazine. So I knew what colors I would be working with from the little girl's face that I cut out of. This is a book. I have a series of books. They actually belong to my sister. And they were the country diary. Let's see. It was Michelle Publishing from 1999. And it was like a diary. So this one is from 2000. And so I cut her face out of this page. You have to read what what you're able to do with artwork from magazines and diaries and books and things. If they were printed after, now I think it's 1924. And on this one it says you can't use any part of this work. If you can't photocopy it, you can't use in information storage on the computer or retrieval system without permission and writing from the publisher. So I went ahead and I just cut out the image. So I found that, and I liked that image. It was so, her face is just so sweet. And so I found that image. I had my geese. The geese actually had this nest underneath of them, which I cut off of the geese, but I ended up putting her chin in the nest, and I like that. And all the colors were starting to work together. And I had the rest of the page to fill up. So I went into my borders and paper strips, and I'm sure this was from a children's book, but when I saw it, it was all the right colors, and it was large enough to cover the space on this page. The colors are great. And then when I saw this ruler on the side, which is a foot long, supposed to be a foot long ruler, and has the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I went, yep, this belongs here. It is just saying, please, please glue me down on the page. So I took that out and put it down on my paper, and I started playing with the images, and I knew I wanted to have the little girl's head in the nest, and I decided I needed to overlap just a bit her hair over here on this image, background image, to kind of pull these two pieces together. So I did that, and then I thought, well, I've got to start laying out my geese so that they will fit on the page. And I did cut out some of the grasses, because what I want to do is either using Posca pens or color pencils or some medium, blend these pieces of grass into her hair. So, so those two pieces will be connected. And I think also down in this area, I'm going to connect these pieces together. So let's go ahead and see if we can get these geese. I know I'm going to have to overlap them. And let's this one, I think, can tuck in here. Now this one is partially cut off, so I have to use that. And then this one I think can fit here, and maybe this one can fit here. I left some of the white of their underbellies up here, but I don't know if that works or not. So, but now I have my 6 geese, and and I think I want their heads one a little bit higher than the other one. So, let's see here. Okay, so I have my geese, and I have my little girls, and I have her head. Her chin is in the nest, so she is kind of nesting. And as I'm sitting here looking at this, I'm thinking about baby Jesus in the manger, and this kind of looks like, you know, the hay coming out of the manger, the bed and the manger, at least all the paintings that I've seen of that time. So I kind of like that, and it can relate back to the Christmas story, since we're doing the 12 days of Christmas. Okay, so now I have to figure out how I'm going to use these eggs. I could just use a strip of eggs here. That might work. I like that. I'll have to clean up the edges because they're not cut really straight. Or I could fussy cut some of these eggs. And again, I like to cut really close to the item. And I could put the individual eggs over here. That looks pretty interesting. I have different sizes, so they could kind of either stack on top of each other like a totem. Let's see, let's try this first. Let's see, this one. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It's rainy here all day. Pouring down rain. It's supposed to rain tonight and then into tomorrow. So, not very nice weather. Okay. I have this little tiny one. Well, I have to say I do like that. Or we could have them kind of floating and overlapping the different layers on the page. I could be going over top of the geese as well. Let's see. I think if I'm going to have them floating, I'd want to have 6. So I would be repeating the number of geese. Let's see, I need one more. Let's try this one. I could have one behind. Looks like that goose is laying the egg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, when you have things floating on your collage, it automatically creates motion. Okay, so, and I kind of like that. I like motion being created, but I don't know if they're really in the right spot yet or not. I do like to overlap my images, so I don't like the way these 3 are kind of lining up over here on this side. I think this one might have to go off of the page a little bit. I like that better. And okay, and then I found some eyes, and you know, she just is a little bit too beautiful and it's a little bit too traditional. So I found these kind of Cleopatra eyes. It kind of makes her look like a bandit or a raccoon. But they're very different and definitely stand out and give a focal point around which all the stuff is moving. So I found that one, and then I also found these, and I just cut these out in a square, and they have a dreamier look to them. And I decided I liked these better than the harshness of these two. And you can leave me a comment and let me know what you think. I think if this wasn't like the 12 days of Christmas, I might go ahead and use those eyes. But I think since the 12 days of Christmas is part of the story I'm telling, and working with kind of surreal collages, I like the Dreamier Eyes better. So I believe that's what I'm going to use. You know, I have some other things. I have one of these stamps that I used on yesterday's collage, just laying on my table. So I thought, well, I'll cut that out. And I feel like I need something here to kind of balance off both sides. Oh, I don't know if I have any paper there, but we'll see. Kind of like that. Okay. So I think what I need to do is start gluing these pieces down. I can't get a real good visualization over here because this piece is so large. And so I'm going to start gluing, and I'm going to put some music on so you can just kind of relax and watch me go through this process. And then we'll see if there's anything else that I want to add. I'm probably going to use my, let's see, where's my, here it is. I'm probably going to use my art glitter glue to glue these two background pieces down because the paper's heavier than this piece. But the rest I'll probably use my my glue stick because they're relatively thin. I don't want them to ripple. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'll put on some music and start gluing things down. Okay, I think that with everything glued down, I do indeed have the 6th day of Christmas almost finished. I'm thinking I might need a number or the date, but I don't think so. I think if I go for anything, it'll be a number. Let's see. I have a 6 out here. I keep, I found this at the Goodwill, and I keep little labels and that kind of stuff in here, some tags and some things I cut out of book pages and that kind of thing. And it's pretty close at hand, so if I need to grab something, I can. And these are kind of my go-to numbers right now. So let me reach down in here. And let's find a 6. Here's a 6. And 6. It's the same 6. Let's see if there's another. I think this is too busy. Yeah. I found these online. I think they were on the Denison site, and they were free to download. I forget who the designer is, but I think I used that same one in another page. Or two. Fancy. There's one. A different one. No. I like that. Okay. Well, I might go in and do some line work. around some of these and kind of blend the hair, but I need to really take my time to do that, so I think I'm going to do that later, and when I can concentrate and not talk. So here we are on our 6th day of Christmas, and I really like the way it's turned out. You can see I have this triangle here. When I found this little tiny piece of a stamp on my table, I thought, well, I need to add that to kind of have this image repeated and also have the colors repeated, although it does pick up the orange in the beaks of the geese. And all in all, I'm pleased with this one. I've got movement in the eggs floating through the air, kind of an abstract background. The colors really support everything that's in the foreground, and I like it. I like it a lot. So that's the 6th day of Christmas, and I'm going to move on to the 7th day of Christmas in the next video. So I hope you all have a great evening. While I'm doing this, it's not really the 6th day of Christmas. That's past. It's really New Year's Eve. And we're staying home, safe and sound. So this will show probably tomorrow, and I may have the 7th of Christmas done at the same time. So we'll see. But this is moving along, and I'm really pleased with the way it's going. Let me know what you think, and if I did the right thing by putting that number 6 down there, and see what symbols you can find in here. I did look up the symbolism of the geese today in a lot of different cultures, so you might want to take a look and see what you can find. I know I was kind of surprised by what geese represent in Christianity and in other cultures. So I hope you have a great evening or morning or afternoon where you are, and I hope to see you back next time for the 7th day of Christmas. Many blessings to you. Bye for now.